then welcome to Reading with Kermie, Chris here, aka Kermie. How's everybody doing on this day, Thursday afternoon? It's almost 2 o'clock. And I just finished some lunch and listened to some music, the quarantine thing. So I hope everybody's hanging in there. And today we're going to read, don't stress the small stuff, it's just small stuff with the family. So this is for those of you who haven't been reading with Kermie or following along. Hi Binks. Binks is usually my co-host, and I've been reading out of this book. This is actually the second book. First one was the original Don't Stress the Small Stuff. So we've been doing this for a while, and we have on chapter 38 of this second book, and it is titled, you ready for this? Let them win an argument for a change. Huh? Let's see. Alright. You ready, Binks? You're good stiff? Alright, let's get started, shall we? Them can be anyone. Your kids, spouse, parents, friends, or roommates. The premise of this strategy is to show you that it is no big deal to let someone else be right, or to win an argument. In fact, it's a stress reducer when someone else wins. It doesn't mean you lose. In fact, allowing someone else to feel as though he or she has been listened to with genuine respect is, in many instances far more satisfying than trying to cram your point of view down someone else's throat. True. Or spread mental energy trying to convince someone else that you are right and that he or she is wrong. Oh man, I used to be awful at that. But anyway, continuing on. I've got much better. The truth is, from the perspective of quality living, no one really wins an argument when there is friction between people. The interactions is far from ideal. Hey Binks, an argument is nothing more than two or more people trying to prove a position. Invariably, it leaves all parties feeling bad, and an argument rarely does anyone listen or learn anything. Feeling of resentments, anger, frustration, stress often result from the confrontation. Yes. However, when you allow someone else to win an argument, it's often the case that you both end up winners. Your part is enhanced, and your relationship has a chance to grow. When you refuse to engage in an argument, not out of stubbornness or righteousness, but out of love and kindness, you'll see how quickly issues naturally resolve themselves. When someone begins an argument or heated discussion, you are faced with an interesting and sometimes difficult decision that you must make very quickly. Do you jump in or do you back off? Do you try to prove yourself and your opinion, or can you allow the other person to win or make his own point? Sometimes one of my kids will say something that on the surface seems incorrect or unfair. One of them might, for example, say something like, "You never spend any time with me." My impulse might be to argue about the comment, responding with a statement like, "Yes, I do. I spend lots of time with you. Don't you remember just yesterday we went to the park and out to lunch? What I have found, however, in that my willing participant in the argument does nothing more than keep it alive by filling it with attention." Excuse me. Binks, you're just too heavy. Alright. You're going to have to scoot. Move. Where was I? Alright, he just gets too heavy and the body just increases and Anyway, I hope, I hope we'll start spending more time together. I love you so much. Wait a minute, I think I skipped. Okay. What I've found, however, is that my willing participant in the argument does nothing more than keep it alive by feeding it with intention. Sometimes a better response is something like, "You're right. I hope we'll start spending more time together. I love you so much." A response such as this not only ends the argument before it has a chance to build any momentum, it also a true statement that comes from my heart, a chance to remind my child how much I treasure her. I'm not suggesting that you stop defending your position when they are truly important, or that you allow anyone to walk over or take advantage of you. In fact, I think that you'll agree that allowing someone else to win an argument, or at least once in a while, is actually a sign of strength. It demonstrates that you are a person who can keep your bearings and sense of perspective. Not always, but usually this opens the door for the other person to do the same. Yeah, that was a decent reading, and as I was reading that, I was reflecting back in my previous past relationships. I mean, this reading says it involves everybody, but just as I was reading that, I was reflecting back to those past relationships, and knowing that, allowing the arguments to carry on, that they just carry on and we feed off each other, and they a lot of times can go nowhere, like the story explains, and just give you frustration, stress, and resentment, and which it did. I remember many times where I wouldn't even want to communicate in those types of situations because I was so full with frustration, anger over it, and I was like, can't win, I might as well shut the fuck up. So I've learned through all that sometimes it's okay just to breathe and stand back and let the other person say their piece, and then when they're done, then you can respond back. That, to me, has been a lot easier way to approach things, and trust me, that's taken years and years and years not to want to be right and feel the need, I need to be right. I've lost relationships over this. That's no bueno. So I've learned through experience, and I hope you guys have too. But that was a good reading. I hope you guys did get something out of it. And let's see, about 2 o'clock. I think I'm going to chill out for a little while longer and get on the bus, go to town, and make my weekly Safeway trip. Hope you guys are doing okay through all this. And know that just got to stay healthy. Do what we need to do to get through this thing, because we don't know. All we can do is work on us through this, and that's what I've been focusing on, because what else I got to do? Just enhance me through this time. And when we get to the other side, if we're all doing that, can you imagine the world we can live in? If everybody's using this time for some self-healing and reflection, and at the same time our Mother Earth is healing as well during this break. Just imagine the possibilities. It's good stuff. So I'm just trying to look at the most optimistic solutions to all this, why we're just sitting at home. And it is a time for healing, I believe. So anyway, you can take that any way you want to. I hope you guys did get something out of that reading today, like I have. And yeah, peace with you all. And I hope you guys have a great day, and thinking about you guys a lot. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Love you guys.